What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. $85 billion of EIDL loan money is going fast. It is Tuesday, October the 19th, 2021. Please do me a huge favor, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and go find me over on Twitter right now at Try Small Biz, username Small Biz Inc. And by the way, what in God's name is going on with SESN up 20% after hours? And if you're in reconsideration, is there actually hope that the time to wait is actually shrinking down to a matter of days? What? Ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, gigantic bottle of water. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell by my attire, it's fall here in Atlanta. Now, some of you, this is probably not fall weather, but we're 65 to 70 degrees now during the day and into the high 40s at night. So I have a jacket on because my blood's a lot thinner than when I used to live in New York. I was born in Buffalo. Love the Bills, but how about them Cowboys? I won't ruin you Fly Eagle Fly fans. I won't ruin your day. The G-Men, the Washington football team, all lost, but my goodness, what a win in New England. Shout out to all my Cowboy fans. All right, before I talk about what the hell is going on with one of our stock picks that's up over 30% this week, let me reiterate once again. There is about $85 billion, depending on which source you check into, ladies and gentlemen, with respect to the EIDL loan money. And it's going fast. They've slowed down a tad relative to where they were a month ago, but they're still paying out $3.5 to $4 billion. And as I've said repeatedly here over the last couple of weeks, 85% of our audience, the tiny little audience that's actually left, they're stuck in reconsideration. They're looking for an EIDL loan increase up to $2 million. The vast majority of people, over 70,000 in total on this channel, about, I want to say 60 to 65,000, they've either given up, but in many cases, they already got their money. So if you're struggling, if you're wondering, are they ever fucking going to get to me? Yes, they are. Every day on our comments, on our wall, my email box is flooded. And what floors me, and other channels that back me up on this, ladies and gentlemen, they are not calling the vast majority of people they're approving right now, including those that are getting loans, let's say in the $25,000 to $75,000 range. In the old days, including when I got approved through reconsideration, not once but twice, about 3 months ago, they called you up. They put your ass through the grinder. Now they're literally, I've seen screenshots. Ryder does those. One guy got $1.6 million. Folks, you can only imagine what it's like to get a $1.5 million wire transfer from the SBA without a damn phone call. Now, why in the world, based on our spot checks, are they doing this? They're trying to rush. The federal government, by way of the Democrats in particular, are trying to pass $1.2 trillion with respect to the infrastructure bill and what has been whittled down to about a $2.5 from $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation. All of that, in my opinion, is going to pass, let's say within the next 2 or 3 weeks. You then have no more than 10 days after President Biden signs it that the bill becomes law. And if they stay true to gutting the EIDL program to $31 billion, most of it in the targeted advance pile, many of you watching are not going to get your money. However, as the title of this video states, there's still $85 billion left of loan money. There's over $26 billion or thereabouts of targeted EIDL advance money, over $3 billion for the $5,000 supplemental. So if you're in a low-income community and you suffered at least a 30% economic loss, there's still plenty of time. I would estimate about a month to get your $10,000 or the balance thereof. 80% of you will qualify for an additional $5,000 supplemental. If you're looking for an EIDL loan increase, even if it's up to the $2 million mark, they're still going to have, at the rate they're going of $3.5 to $4 billion a week, about $40 billion or thereabouts left over by December 31 when the program is supposed to come to an end. So, if you're still in the queue, don't worry. They're not going to run out of loan money. If you're a low-income community member, they're not going to run out of grant money for at least 30 days before this bill becomes law. And don't forget, Senator Ben Cardin is trying to keep the money from being gutted from John Cornyn, a total turncoat who has abandoned middle-class small business owners in S513. So here's the moral of the story. If you're stuck for whatever reason, reconsiderations are going a hell of a lot faster for those that are new. For some reason, if you've been in the pile now for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, it's taken longer. But people that are getting rejected right now for upwards of $2 million loans are getting approved in reconsideration in a matter of 4 or 5 days. So I don't know if they have a new process. If somebody can find out, I'm all ears. All I can tell you is they're processing loans at 6 times the rate they were a few months ago. Reconsiderations are being whittled down to 7 or 8 or 9 days from 3 or 4 months. So if you're among the ones that are stuck, don't keep sending in your 4506-T. Every time you guys do that, it starts the process over. Cool your jets. Call customer service, get tier 2 on the phone. You have something called a file. Your file needs to have about a half a dozen things. Your 4506-T, your driver's license PDF front and back, a voided check for your business front and back, your board resolution, which states we had a meeting, so-and-so, including myself, agreed to take a loan of such and such. You sign that. You can get a copy of that, by the way, at sba.gov under the frequently asked questionnaire. You need hazard insurance, or what some places call commercial insurance. I got mine from Buy Berk, BIBERK.com. It cost me about $50 or thereabouts for $1 million policy. My advice is get twice as much of a policy regarding the loan you're going to get. So if you're getting a $500,000 loan, get $1 million policy. That's just my opinion. It helps you zoom through the process much faster. And if you're in the new application process, which is only about 10% of our viewers, and you're seeking up to $2 million, it's a different process. But as rider over at Skip, and I believe Builder and probably Speak and See, a brother who has been in the fight now for 18 months, have told you, the primary focus of their determination of your ability to make repayments is that gross revenue number. And the formula, as we've said many times, is 2019 gross revenue minus your cost of goods or services, if there is any. Some of you that are internet beast, it's damn near 0, times 2. You take that number, subtract the amount you may have gotten last year, and that's the amount you're going to get wired to you within 10 to 14 days. Because as I said on Twitter today, there's a slight delay. It used to be 7 to 10 days. Now, because of all the approvals, which are going at lightning speed, it's 10 to 14 days once they give you the approval, which again, in most cases is nobody's calling you. I can't believe they must have more spot checks. They must have some new anti-fraud, because to give people up to $2 million, including those that are seeking smaller loans, by the way, all this money without making a phone call is just, it's mind-boggling to me. So take advantage of it. If you're still stuck, again, and I've said this a million times, privacy release form from your senators, congressmen, and women. That can literally cut the time in half. They reach out, they say, hey, I have a constituent, here's her app number, what the hell's going on? Whether it's the grant or the loan, you can get through. A score.org counselor, a lot of local SBA offices, and I've explained this a million times, how to search it on Google, put your state, district office -- small business administration. On the first or second page, you'll get a PDF of dozens of officers. Call them, or better yet, if your state, probably a red state, allows you to visit a local SBA office. I wish that wasn't true, ladies and gentlemen, but you know the truth. You can go down and they'll actually help you in person. States like Mississippi and West Virginia, 2 of the poorest states in the union, are absolutely amazing with respect to helping small business owners get the money they deserve. All right, keeping it under 10 minutes, there is a rumor that SESN has gotten a verbal approval for their next meeting with the FDA. That's a major milestone. But the big one is going to come in late November, early December to determine, are they going to have to do the trial all over again, or is it a minor tweak? And they've recently hired 2 people to help with that process. So keeping it simple, I said to buy SESN at 90 cents on multiple occasions on Twitter. I put it on the YouTube wall at 94 cents. Right now, it's trading at $1.23 after hours, which I think is the after hours high. So do the math, folks. What is that? About a 30% gain in a week? Is there anything wrong with taking a little profit at this level, either after hours or at the open tomorrow? No. If you have a huge position like I did, take a little bit off the table. I do think it has the power, with good news to run somewhere between $1.50 and $2, which is actually its median price, its average price over the last 5 years. So in just a shade, over 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't chase these stocks. You got to try to buy that one under $1. And until next time, hope you guys are enjoying these money-making ideas. You can find them all in real time on Twitter. Always remember, I love you, and thank you so much for watching.